Once again, hello, my friends. I'm back. Going to do a little discussion here on on 20 gauge shotguns. A lot of people, I always hear everybody always saying, 20 gauge, it's weak, it won't do the job, compared to a 12 gauge, of course. Let me tell you something about a 20 gauge. Yeah, I own a 20 gauge. I own a Mossberg 20 gauge pistol grip with an ATI heat shield. Um, it'll do the same amount as damage, maybe just a little less. Okay, of course, a 12 gauge is a little bit bigger of a cylinder, but a 20 gauge is a bit smaller, not that much, but the same type of velocity. And when it comes to feet per second, okay, if I already use a slug at 1600 feet per second, it's going to do some damage, correct? Yes. So, this is my Mossberg. Okay, beautiful. Get a little close up of the heat shield right there. Yes. There you go. Pistol grip. Interchangeable barrels and grips. You gotta love that. All right. Look at the size of the barrel. Yeah, okay, not as big as a 12 gauge, but yo, seriously, it will do some damage. It will stop somebody. It will hurt somebody. It's not just made for duck hunting or squirrel hunting or skeet shooting. It'll put a hole in your ass and that shit'll hurt. I guarantee it. So, what I use for home defense, uh, of course, if you live in an apartment or a house, the best type of defense would be 7.5 bird shot. Okay, this is bird shot, of course, the tiniest little fucking BBs, really small, whatever. But somebody breaks into your home, okay, with 7.5 bird shot at close range, it'll affect them as a slug, okay, because it's coming out of the barrel. I mean, just at a full force, because the further you are, the further you shoot, the bird shot comes out and it begins to spread. Okay, but at close range, it's just this big swarm of BBs just coming at you. It'll knock you down. You know, preferably it's better to use 7.5 bird shot. If you use a slug in a home, not a good idea. Why? Because the slug will penetrate a wall and keep going through the wall, and you can hurt somebody and kill somebody. so, and the same with buckshot. Okay, so it's preferable to use birdshot for protection. Okay, now if you live by yourself, and you're just a lonely guy, whatever, a lonely girl, well, be my guest, use slugs and buckshot. But as a family guy, birdshot. Okay. So I just wanted to get that little thing out of the way there when it comes to shotguns, of course. Yeah, I would love to own a 12 gauge. Don't get me wrong. I would so love to own a 12 gauge, but I don't have a 20 gauge. So whatever, y'all could laugh. Yeah, a lot of females tend to use 20 gauges. But you know what? It does have quite a bit of kick. It really does. As a 20 gauge, I mean, depending what type of shell that you use, it has a kick. You know, um, but I would really recommend this most definitely for anybody. Um, may not as kick as much as a 12 gauge, but it's got a kick regardless. A gun is a gun. Even a 22 caliber could kill somebody. That's such a small ass little freaking grain. Yeah, but yeah, 20 gauge most definitely. Mossberg, very good brand. It does the job, and yeah, without a doubt. you don't you don't want to mess with me, boy. So I just wanted to get that off my back, cleared it out of the way. 20 gauges are not a bad gun to have. Pistol grip, interchangeable, most definitely. So yes, keep it in mind. I love my 20 gauge. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.